Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Intentions of Murder, a Japanese drama from 1964 that was directed by Shohei Imamura, yet another relatively underknown and underappreciated director who has made some very good stuff. Now the title of this film makes it sound like a crime thriller, but it really isn't. Criterion actually provides a nice plot summary that I'm going to borrow right here. A woman, cursed by generations before her and neglected by her common-law husband, falls prey to a brutal home intruder. But rather than become a victim, she forges a path to her own awakening. This disturbing and pitiless evocation of domestic drudgery and sexual violence is also a fascinating, unsentimental account of one woman's determination. Filled with Imamura's characteristic flashbacks and dream sequences, Intentions of Murder is a gripping, audacious portrait of a woman coming into her own in a man's world. That's a pretty good plot synopsis, I think, an overall description of this film. Now, our lead protagonist is a woman who is portrayed in a fairly unpopular way, in cinematic terms. She's overweight and not especially useful in the eyes of the male characters in this. She lives a stifled existence with her much older husband, a douchebag who consistently berates and cheats on her. But her interactions with the burglar who breaks into her home creates a situation where she begins to contemplate an abandonment of the duties that society has laid out to her. And she more or less kind of stumbles her way through these difficulties throughout the film, kind of unsure as to what course of action is most appropriate. She's a character with dilemmas that are understandable to most viewers. Now, in terms of tone, Intentions of Murder definitely has a dramatic edge to it. Very early on, there's a legitimately disturbing, realistic assault scene involving the burglar and our protagonist. It was certainly a powerful way to start the film, and our protagonist's interactions with both the burglar and her husband are frequently unpleasant. This movie tries something that is not easy to do. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but our protagonist's interaction with the burglar could have been portrayed in a pretty offensive manner, but the script is strong enough to make it work. There's enough complexity in this film and nuance to the characters to just justify our protagonist's actions. And another edgy aspect that I noticed is that there are some dangerous shots that are employed, which seems to be performed by the actors themselves. It's kind of difficult to describe, but they definitely shot a few scenes in situations and locations where someone could have gotten hurt. I'm seeing this while I'm watching the film, and I was trying to look and see if there were stunt doubles or something, but I couldn't tell. This is especially true during one train sequence, as well as another short moment on a snowbank near an overpass. And one of the characters does something, I'm just like, wow. Like, they could have gotten hurt doing that. But it doesn't look like they used stunt doubles, so I was kind of intrigued by that aspect of the film. There's also a fantastic accident scene near the, I'm not going to tell you when it happens, at one point that is pretty shocking because you're not expecting it. So there's a lot of edgy stuff here. Another thing I'd like to mention is that the imagery that's captured by the director is really good. There are some great shots involving trains that are showcased throughout. There's a bizarre scene involving a dress shirt, like a man's dress shirt, that I'll never forget. It's like nothing I've ever really seen before in a film. Quite odd, and I liked it. There's also some awesome snowy environments during the latter half, which is very pleasing to the eyes. So there's definitely a visual flair to this movie that I enjoyed. So Intentions of Murder is one of those, high-quality Japanese classics that is worth seeking out. It has solid performances and direction to it, as well as some interesting conflicts. However, I'm going to warn you that Shohei Imamura is a more difficult director to get into, in my opinion. His films are a little bit drier and unevenly paced when compared to some other classic Japanese directors. Intentions of Murder is not a crowd pleaser like something like Sword of Doom. You could show Sword of Doom to a 15-year-old kid from California today, and there's a good chance they're going to like that movie. Intentions of Murder, not so much. I think Imamura's films will be more appreciated by fans of cinema who are a little bit more seasoned and have experienced a number of Japanese classics already. I guess you could consider this in advanced. If I was teaching a class, Imamura would be one of the later lessons, a more advanced lesson, so to speak. You need to be able to maintain your full attention, even during long stretches of slow drama. And with that said, the film does have a 2.5-hour runtime, so it's a bit of a long sit here. Also, the storytelling structure is a bit disorienting. We have some pivotal moments early on, mixed in with like flashback scenes, and we do not get a good taste of our protagonist's home life, which is kind of the basis for her, I don't know, how would you say, disgruntlement in life, until almost the 40-minute mark in the movie. There's also some animal symbolism that is used throughout, some of which does become a bit obvious, but, it's pretty good stuff. And then there's plenty of content to mine out of this movie in addition to that. So if you decide to watch this film, I strongly recommend that you read some critic reviews online after the fact, because that'll help you understand what the filmmakers were going for here. I'll include a link in the description box below for one such review that I thought was quite good. So overall, if you want a Japanese classic that's a bit more challenging to crack on a dramatic level, check out Intentions of Murder. It's good stuff. And it is available on Netflix DVD, Filmstruck online, and a Criterion DVD box set called Pigs, Pimps, and Prostitutes, which includes a few more of Imamura's films. And as always, I will see you next time.